Good morning. What's up, everybody? Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com. If you're wondering why I'm coming to you in the morning, it's because A, I'm a morning person, and B, I'm trying to figure out if we're having any streaming issues. I know last night, unfortunately, we had some streaming problems, so want to make sure that is taken care of going forward because you deserve a quality product, and that's never happened to us before. So thought about some solutions and wanted to run a test just to figure out what exactly was going on. But good morning. If you are joining me, you can post your questions in the comment box. I'll also take some calls if you want. I'll be around for a little bit today and this morning. Last night we talked about team nuggets on BamaInsider.com. And I wanted to open up today's show. What's up? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. How about Clemson's football schedule? How about Ohio State's football schedule? How about Wisconsin's football schedule? Let's dive into those on this show. Again, you can call in 205-686-3604. Bringing up Ohio State's football schedule because it was recently released, as was Clemson's. I think Clemson just came out with their actual time and dates, so pulling those up right now, and we can go over those. I didn't think either of those schedules were too difficult. Curious to see what Alabama's schedule is. What's up? I see everybody coming in. What's up, C-Bama? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Johnny, good morning, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Will you guys let me know if there's any streaming issues? Because last night we ran into some, and I'm a perfectionist. That's one thing you got to know about me. So everything needs to be buttoned up, and I'm trying to figure out what went on last night. It was really frustrating because I spent so much time preparing for the show, and then a lot of people couldn't get to it. So let me know if the stream is okay. I would appreciate the feedback. Audio only. Just got back from a workout. Having my vegan protein shake and talking some football with you. What's up, William? Good morning. How you doing? Thanks for checking in with us this morning. Hope you're off to a good start. Marcus, I see you. Yeah, cupcakes, right? All right, here's that Clemson football schedule. All right, opening up with Wake Forest. Okay. On September 12th. You got a non-conference opponent, says TBA, on the 19th. You got Virginia next. You got Miami. You got Georgia Tech. You got Clemson and Syracuse. You got Clemson and Boston College. You got Clemson Notre Dame, I guess, on Saturday, November 7th. Mildly interesting. Clemson and Florida State. I mean, used to be interesting. Have no idea what happened to Florida State's football program, right? Things just completely fell off the rails over there. Marcus, I see you. What's up, Robert? Good morning, buddy. Appreciate it. Nashville, beautiful. Clemson and Pittsburgh. Clemson and Virginia Tech. I mean, the schedule just, it's not impressive. I mean, the ACC schedules have never been impressive. I mean, Clemson is going to float through this season. Notre Dame being added. Yeah, it's interesting, but come on. When's the last time Notre Dame really showed up? I'm not, it is what it is. All right, this is Ohio State schedule. September 3rd at Illinois Breeze. September 12th, Rutgers. September 19th at Purdue. You got Rondell Moore, but who else? September 26th, Indiana. October 3rd, they're open. October 10th, Nebraska. Thought Nebraska was going to do more under Scott Frost. October 17th, Michigan State. October 24th, Michigan. Okay. October 31, at Maryland. November 7th, Penn State. So I guess the back end is a little bit interesting, but still kind of a cakewalk through that beginning part of the season. Illinois, Rutgers, and Purdue. So I guess we'll have to see. Still waiting on the SEC to drop their schedule whenever that's going to happen. No idea. I've been, kind of stuck at home just waiting for the SEC to announce that schedule, but it's really just, hasn't been posted. But as soon as that schedule is posted, we will definitely dive into the SEC schedule and, of course, talk Alabama's schedule overall. Thanks for joining me this morning. Please let me know in the comment box if you guys are having any issues with the stream. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a bigger issue. Last night's show, there's a lot of people on that couldn't watch the stream, so I want to make sure that everything is buttoned up, and that's kind of the purpose of the stream right now. So, let me know in the comment box. I'd appreciate it. We talked last night about Alabama and, kind of some team nuggets that I shared. And I mean, what else is there to really say about the offense, right? I mean, you have just so much talent from a overall standpoint. And Steve Sarkisian, as you saw, just got a new contract, 2.5. He's the highest paid assistant in the country. And, he's going to be working with some very talented quarterbacks. Mac Jones coming back after having a very solid season, in my opinion. You also have Bryce Young, the incoming 5-star, who everybody is excited to see, including myself. I just think his overall delivery and on the field presence should be really entertaining to see develop as he continues to progress into his freshman season and continues to work against the first team defense. You also got Paul Tyson, 6'5", 225 pounds. He's your only pro-style quarterback on this roster. So plenty of guys for Alabama to go through on the offensive side of the ball. And then at the running back position, I mean, it's just it's an embarrassment of riches. I mean, Charles Huff, I mean, what a job, right? Go coach Najee Harris, one of the best running backs in all college football, the best, in my opinion. You got Brian Robinson as well out of Hillcrest and Tuscaloosa. Najee just, such a beast. Can't believe that he's even coming back for this season. B-Rob, they're going to use him. I figure in some sort of goal line situation. You got Trey Sanders. We talked about him last night in the Nugget Report, having an outstanding early August. I think him and Bryce Young are the two guys that I really am most excited about to see during the springtime. Kellen Robinson, how can you forget about him? Lightning in a bottle, so to speak. A guy that can make game-changing play every time he touches the football. So much talent at the running back position, and I'll continue to kind of go through the list. Is everybody's stream okay? Is anybody having trouble accessing the stream? Is it cutting out? I want to make sure that there's no streaming issues going forward. The tight end position, we talked about, Miller Forrestall, that he's returning. He's really the vet on this team. You got Major Tennyson, your big possession type tight end, the guy that, can do some dirty work. Obviously, this is old footage from last year, B-roll. That's Cameron Latou. We talked about him. If you want to know more about him, watch the Nugget Report. Jahlil Billingsley, a guy that I feel could be a hybrid tight end for Alabama, a guy that could create mismatches on the outside. Cameron Latou, just as I said, remember he came to Alabama as an outside linebacker. And to see what he's been doing and to hear how he's progressing at Alabama has really been impressive. I think Cameron Latou, 6'5", 247 pounds out of Salt Lake. He's a guy who has a lot of athleticism, a guy who doesn't drop the football from what I hear. Is a guy that continues to make plays to really stand out. A guy that might turn into that tight end that Alabama's looking for. This is surprising. He came here as an outside linebacker and to transition to tight end. That speaks volumes about his athleticism, right? All right. Appreciate it, Will. Thanks for the comments regarding the stream. Today is fine. Last night I quit watching due to the tech issues. Yeah, there were several people that had tech issues on YouTube, so I apologize. I have no idea, but good to hear that things are going well today. I'll continue to roll with the schedule or the show for a little while just to make sure that everything's good. Hey, what's up, Sean? Good morning. Have they released the schedule yet? No, they have not released the schedule. And as soon as they do, you'll get a notification right here on YouTube. So be sure and hit that bell and subscribe. Thumbs up right now. I'd appreciate it. But they have not released a schedule. And as soon as they do, we'll have a big series on the schedule and really provide some instant analysis on that schedule. Moving forward with this particular team and still talking position by position. The wide receivers, best wide receiver unit in America, best running back unit in America, Devontae Smith, a.k.a. Smitty. It's amazing that Alabama even landed another Smitty, right? Jalen Waddle, I've said this again and again, feel he's the best player in all of college football that is returning. I think John Mechie is a guy that is going to get onto the field plenty. But there is a wide receiver at Alabama that's even turning heads as a freshman. There's Slade Bolden right there, number 18, Slade Cat, right? You should like him in that Wildcat package. There's Xavier Williams. He's another guy that a lot of people forget about. He's coming up. Javon Baker. true freshman at Alabama. Certainly a name to know. A guy that has been turning heads. Saw him last year at the Rivals camp. Complete alpha male. Nobody could guard him. Kept stepping up in front of all the other wide receivers just to get more reps. Plays a lot of fire. Andrew Bone compared his running style to Calvin Ridley, but he has a lot of fire. You know, Calvin was pretty humble cat. Javon Baker's like, bring it. I mean, he did some incredible things. As you can see, comes in and out of his routes, very clean, catches it, turns it upfield. So I'm really excited to see what he can do. Big time wide receiver unit. Javon Baker, one of those freshmen, certainly turning heads. Where do we start the offensive line? I mean, if you follow the channel, what's up, Mark? Good morning. I see you. Appreciate it. Roll Tide back to you. Timothy, good morning. Hope you're having a good start. Offensive line, you just roll right through it. And by the way, you can, if you want to call and chop it up with me this morning, I'll take your call. 205-686-3604 is the call-in number. And I'll be around for a little while. I want to make sure that the stream is going well. So I'm going to mention that several times during this morning show. Just make sure that everything is running smoothly. So if you can continue to tell me that the stream is good, I'll be good, and I'll be happy because you guys deserve quality content. As we continue to move forward, talking just about the team in general. What's up, Joby? Appreciate it. Good morning. Hey, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel grow. Offensive line. I mean, Kyle Flood, a lot of people were asking, why didn't he get a raise? Well, his contract doesn't expire until next year, so don't worry. They're going to take care of Kyle Flood. Alex Leatherwood, Evan Neal are guys that are going to anchor the tackle position. You got Deontay Brown. You got Landon Dickerson at the center. You got Emil Ikior, a guy that certainly is going to step up for this team. So I think from an offensive line perspective, Alabama is going to be in a fantastic position. You're looking at this offense has all the pieces, all the components to be the best offense in college football. And that might, you might hear that every single year. We talked about that last year, right? Tua coming back, Jerry Jeudy coming back, Henry Ruggs. How do you replace those guys? You replace those guys with Jalen Waddle, with Devontae Smith. And I think a lot of the question marks are going to go on Mac Jones. Can this guy really lead this team? Can this guy be the player that people expect him to be? Or is he just going to be a game manager, right? I think we're about to figure it out. Good morning, Bobby. I see you. What's up, buddy? Mark, all right. So looks like might have been a couple issues yesterday, and it might be on YouTube. Yeah, because I also streamed to Facebook, and I think there was issues on Facebook. It was fine. So it kind of freaked me out because we never had issues like that. Greg needs coffee. Good morning. Yeah, I had my coffee early this morning. I always knock out the morning chores, go for a workout, get that heart rate up, and then it's good to be talking this morning with you guys. So thank you so much. Good morning, Greg. Appreciate it. Call into the show 205-686-3604 if you have any questions about the team. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything on the offensive side of the ball. Moving to the defense. You got a defensive line that has the makings to not be great, but get after the quarterback, right? I think, as we've talked about plenty of times, this defense needs to get after the quarterback. It's Christian Barmore, there he is, number 58 on the outside. Is he going to be that guy that can get to the quarterback when Alabama needs him to? I think he's going to be. A lot of people have asked me about Ismail Shropshire, number 95 right there. Still waiting to get more details, more intel on him. DJ Dell's a guy who certainly should know. And LeBron Ray, who's not actually in this particular video clip, he's a guy, right, that's returning. So you have on the defensive side of the ball, and we'll move to the linebackers in just a minute. You have LeBron Ray coming back. And we talked about this last night, and we had a caller come in from Florida. Mike from Florida talked about this. Think about the impact of not having LeBron Ray and not having Dylan Moses during the 2019 season, right? I think that certainly contributed to some of the issues that Alabama had last season. That, and of course, the kicking game. Those were we broke it down yesterday. 3 critical issues: Tua getting hurt, having injury issues, play of the defense, and being young on the defense, and then the special teams issues, right? What's up, Joby? From what I hear regarding the linebackers, Ben Davis is getting that opportunity. We talked about that last night. He's now a senior at Alabama, and this will be his real opportunity to really step up for this team and to prove that he can be a guy that can contribute at this level. Came in as a 5-star. A lot of expectations on him being an in-state guy. Really hasn't got on the field much. Saw him last year against Mississippi State. Saw him spot play a couple times, but looks like this year could be the year that Ben Davis really emerges into that player that everybody wants. There's always a late bloomer. Maybe it's him. He's definitely going to be pushed by some outside linebackers that are very young. Talked about Will Anderson. We've talked about Trey Sanders before. There's a lot of guys that are younger at that outside linebacker position. And you have Chris Allen, who's going to lead that group at the outside linebacker position. Number 4 right here on your screen. He comes back. Alabama loses Terrell Lewis. They lose Anthony Jennings. So, Chris Allen's another guy that's coming back, right? I mean, he's dealt with some injuries. So the outside linebacker position looks good on paper right now, but we have to see how these guys contribute once the pads get going. And we've talked about some nuggets early on, but the pads are not on. And Alabama will start the official fall camp in August 17th. So you're looking at footage that is from, is our file footage, not current footage, because Alabama is not in pads just yet, right? At the inside linebacker position, how important is it that Alabama is going to have Dylan Moses back, right? Dylan Moses coming back for this season after ACL. You also have Joshua McMillan. I mean, both of these two young men, seniors. You have Shane Lee, who's returning. A lot of people have question marks about Shane Lee and how he can contribute to this team. You also have Jalen Moody, and you have Ali Kaho, who's going to be next in this rep. Ali Kaho looks like he suffered some sort of an injury. I know what posted on social media. It's tough to get injury news because of privacy laws and privacy issues, and we want to respect that. So unless you hear from Saban officially on what the injury is, we kind of stay away from that. But I think he was injured earlier, and it doesn't look like it's going to be too serious. So Christian Harris right there, number 8, is a guy who is definitely going to play. And from what I hear, I think that Christian Harris and Dylan Moses are going to be your starting inside linebackers for this coming season, right? So Christian Harris and Dylan Moses. All right. I had a graphic up yesterday. It's going to be Christian Harris, Dylan Moses, and Christopher Allen. You know what all those guys have in common? They're all from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. How about that, right? That's pretty amazing when you think about it. So you have 3 out of the 4 projected starters are at the linebacker position from Baton Rouge, with the other outside linebacker being from Gordo, Alabama, in Ben Davis. All right, Skip on here. What's up, Skip? Do you think UConn football canceling their season will be a domino effect of other teams canceling? Do you think the Power 5 conferences will press forward with the season regardless? Thanks. That's a good question. You got to look at it from UConn football's standpoint. They're independent. How are you going to fill those games? I think they came out with a press release and just said, they talked to medical officials and figured that they couldn't press forward with the season. It's going to be up to each program. It's going to be up to each conference. But I think the main thing is that UConn could make that decision because they're not part of a Power 5 conference. So I think when you look at the Power 5 conferences, number one, there's no unity, right? There's no uniformity in terms of all these conferences sticking together. They're all doing their different things, which I don't like about college football. Because all these teams then go to the playoffs. How do you even determine the playoffs if the leagues aren't the same? So I think what's going to happen is the Power 5 conferences will try to press forward. And I think that you'll have some sort of games. Now, how many games are you going to actually be able to play? That's kind of my concern. I think you can start the season in some capacity, but finishing the season, and that's just my personal preference, I think that it's going to be difficult. You look at what Major League Baseball is already dealing with right now. They're still having outbreaks. Now, actually, yesterday was the first time that Major League Baseball didn't have any positive COVID tests. So they're playing through it and trying to figure this out. But I think that when you compare the NBA, who's playing in the bubble, they've been very successful in not having these positive tests, whereas you can't play college football or you can't play Major League Baseball or NFL. You can't play these in a bubble, right? That's what's going to make it more difficult for these sports to continue to go forward. I mean, it's just simple. A lot of people ask me about the schedule and feel that they don't want to see that Auburn and Alabama game, taken away from that Thanksgiving spot. But I said this last night on my show. Alabama and Auburn for the first game of the season. I mean, throw everything you know about the football season out the window because everything's going to be different this year. It could very well be that Alabama and Auburn play. I mean, look at USC and UCLA. They're playing for the first game of the season. And I think logistically it makes sense because you have the fact that Alabama and you have the fact that Auburn, in the same state. So it's easy to make those two teams meet and, with limited personnel, and they can still play. And you can at least get, some teams to play. Let me ask you this. Would it matter what college football game was on at this point? Right? I think you definitely would watch any game that we're able to see. I have no idea how many fans are going to be able to go to these games. I don't know those parameters. I don't know if media is going to be able to go to those games. I don't know if, what percentage of the stadium is going to be filled. Some people said 50%. Some people said 15%. None of that has been officially released yet. I think they're trying to figure out the best, for everybody. But I appreciate the question, Skip. Bobby, what's up, man? I see you. I appreciate all the feedback. A lot goes into these shows that we put on. So thank you so much to get the feedback. And sorry about the streaming issues. It doesn't look like it was on our end. It looks more like it was a YouTube deal last night. So we'll definitely get together again, and we'll have another show as as we move to that next week. Do you think? What's up, Timothy? Good morning. Do you think 4 freshmen will start this season? 4 freshmen? I mean, not to start the season. I think Alabama's definitely going to go with their veterans, and it makes sense. I mean, these guys didn't have a springtime. I think the extended time that Alabama's going to have and all SEC teams are going to have because of, start date is pushed to September 6th is going to allow Alabama to get these freshmen a little bit more acclimated because they missed that springtime. But no, I don't. I mean, freshmen starting on this team, I mean, which freshman is going to start on the offensive side of the ball, right? Look at all the positions. I mean, maybe Javon Baker, and that's maybe. On the defensive side, I mean, if Ben Davis can't hold on to his position, Will Anderson, Drew Sanders, is there a defensive lineman that's going to step up? I'm looking at, kind of that secondary area. It doesn't look like a freshman will step up. I mean, in terms of starting, freshmen are always obviously going to step up. But in terms of starting, I just don't think so. Post your questions in the comment box. I appreciate the dialogue this morning. You can also call into the show. It's kind of almost like Coffee with Kyle. Maybe that's a better title for the show, right? We talked about the outside linebackers. We talked about the inside linebackers. It's kind of touching on talking about the corners. I found this interesting that the corners right now, Patrick Surtain, because a lot of people felt that he was going to move to that star position. Josh Jobe, he's got to have a big year. He's got to step up. He's number 28 right there. Jalen Armour Davis, who you see right now, number 22. He's been repping at that star position. So there are your 3 corners. And, Brandon Turns could definitely be a guy. And at the safety position, you have Daniel Wright. We talked about him last night on the show. He's a guy who has a lot of athleticism, a lot of experience. He's a veteran. Just really haven't seen what he can do because there's been guys in front of him. But he certainly needs to step up. Eddie Smith needs to step up. DeMarco Hellams is a guy who I think could see playing time. DeMarco Hellams, I think, is a bad dude. And he's the guy who can come down, lay the wood. This is Eddie Smith right there on your screen. So overall, I mean, that defense is ferocious, right? I mean, so much talent on the defensive side of the ball. What's up, Mark? Yeah, I'm talking about the safeties right now. Jordan Battle certainly is going to be at least right now we have him penciled in as a starter, and I think you have Daniel Wright. So right now, Jordan Battle, Daniel Wright at the safety positions, and then Surtain, Armour Davis, and then Josh Jobe at the corner position. Skip, what's up? I like Alabama's depth at the offensive line. Who are backup guys? Who are starting quality and projected starters for 2021? I do know that Pierce Quick is having a nice season. I do know that Amari Kite is also looking good. I think Darian Dalcourt, I mean, those 3 guys that I mentioned right there are certainly coming up Tommy Brown that Alabama has. And think about this. You're still going to have Evan Neal for next season. I mean, Evan Neal's only a sophomore, which is just mind-blowing. 6'7", 360 pounds at that tackle position. So maybe Tommy Brown will be your tackle. Pierce Quick, a guard. Darian Dalcourt, a guard. And somehow they try to get Amari Kite in there. You also have Emil Ekiyor. So plenty of talent on Alabama's offensive line. And then look at the great wall that Alabama's building for offensive line right now, right? Terrence Ferguson, Brockemeyer brothers, J.C. Latham. I mean, like the rich get richer. What's up, William? Good morning. When will the schedule be set? As soon as the schedule is set, we'll bring that right to you right here at BamaInsider.com. We've been waiting. SEC has not made any formal announcement to when the season schedule will be released, but as soon as it is released, we will bring that to you right here on BamaInsider.com. We will dive into it as soon as possible. Can you guys just give me some more feedback? Is the stream coming in good? Give me a thumbs up. Definitely hit the thumbs up on this video/audio podcast, whatever it is. We appreciate it. And thanks for all the feedback. You can catch at 10 o'clock. I have a video just strictly about some team nuggets that's going to drop right here on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. That'll be after the show at 10 o'clock. That's already ready to go. I think it's scheduled right at 10. So thank you so much for all the support. And I'll get with Andrew Bone as we get closer to August 15th. And we know that two guys are about to announce. Kyrie Jackson, Monkel Goodwine. Looks like they're both trending towards Alabama. So, all right. Looks like the stream is good. Appreciate it. So stay tuned for some big recruiting news as we move to the middle of the month. Mac Jones just seemed a little off at times on passes last year. Do you think practice will cure that? Thanks for the question, Bobby. I think the thing that I have about Mac Jones is Mac Jones seems, I don't think it's a talent issue. I think he has a talent. I think he has a great understanding of the offense. I mean, how could he not? I mean, look how long he's been here. Look how long he had the opportunity to work under Tua. I really like the way he handles himself. He's a leader on the team. I mean, guys follow Mac Jones. There's been times, in my opinion, this is the only critical information that I'll talk about him. It is sometimes I felt he needed more arm strength. Now, there was a big discrepancy between watching him spin the football compared to Tua Tagovailoa, for example. And not everybody, has to rely on velocity. Right? Velocity could be overrated, but because you have to put the ball where you got to put it when it matters most. And Mac Jones did that. But there was a couple times where I felt that he just floated balls, maybe threw off his back foot. So I think as he continues to progress, I think Mac Jones is definitely going to be that guy to lead Alabama's offense, at least at the start of the year. And they're definitely going to, mix and match. And who knows how the season's going to go. But definitely have confidence in Mac Jones. All right. Looks like the stream is good. So that is a big relief. And I appreciate all the feedback. So thanks everyone. Appreciate it. Any other questions for me this morning? I'm approaching kind of the 30-minute mark, so didn't want to take up too much time. I kind of wanted just to come on, number one, catch up with you guys in the morning and say that I apologize for last night's streaming issues. It looks like that was more on YouTube, unfortunately. But it's good. It looks like, things are going well now, so we can move forward and continue to have our live shows and get together on Wednesday nights, Tuesday nights, Monday nights. And maybe I'll start sliding a bi-weekly show as we get closer. Skip with another question. Do you think our offensive coordinator will use Jalen Waddle in some more creative ways? Wildcat formation at running back coming out of the backfield. I think this is a great question, Skip, because Jalen Waddle I think he had less than 250 snaps last year, which is mind-blowing because sources have told me that they felt that Jalen Waddle was the best wide receiver even last year on the team. That's a huge statement considering you have Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs. I think you got to get Jalen Waddle the football as many times as possible. And I think if you're a betting man out there, you got to look at the Heisman odds because I think this guy could be the first wide receiver to win the Heisman Trophy since Desmond Howard did it in 1991. I think he's that dynamic. Head-to-head, he was compared with, I think NFL analyst Daniel Jeremiah compared him to Santana Moss. That's okay. But I mean, you look at a Tyreek Hill. I mean, this guy, Jalen Waddle, is faster than a Tyreek Hill. And for you Madden players out there, I think Tyreek Hill is the fastest player in Madden, right? I think he has like a 98, 99 speed. Well, get this. Jalen Waddle is just a little bit faster than him, right? So is Jalen Waddle a 100 on Madden? And remember that clip of Henry Ruggs and Jalen Waddle was like fuzzy, but they raced. We never found out who won that race. It looked pretty close to me. But to get to your point, Skip, I think, I think Sarkisian, the more that he can use Jalen Waddle, the better. I don't know if it's going to be in a Wildcat formation. I thought that he should have been that guy in Wildcat above Slade Bolden. Love Slade Cat, but Jalen Waddle, I mean, he's the guy that needs the football. I don't see him at the running back position, but I see him on screens. I see him on, some different type packages that can just get the football quick and let him make defenders miss. So, yeah. So I'm with you, man. It sounds like we're both on Team Jalen Waddle. Sounds like same with the rest of the country, right? All right. What's up, Poetic? See you, man. Mac Jones will get his due. But do you think Bryce Young is the next all-time great, like many suspect? Yeah, I think Bryce Young is going to be a fine quarterback for Alabama. But I think that people just need to slow down on some of these freshmen. And if they're not starting, that doesn't mean that they're not living up to the expectations, because it takes time to progress at this level. Now, I do know that, and this is a nugget that I will drop. This is a nugget alert. All right, so stay tuned. I do know that Bryce Young has repped with it once early on this season already. All right. That tells you a lot about his talent. But just slow down. Let this young man develop. Let him get acclimated to the system. You got a proven quarterback right now coming back. So just because Bryce Young doesn't start from day one doesn't mean that he's not going to lead to greatness, because I think he has the intangibles to be a fine quarterback at the college level, a great quarterback at the college level. Getting him to come to Alabama was gigantic for Alabama, was gigantic for Nick Saban, was gigantic for Steve Sarkisian. Those West Coast ties come in again. Steve Sarkisian, now the highest paid college football assistant. He helped land Tua Tagovailoa, right? He was one of the first guys to see him in Hawaii. And now you have, he played a pivotal role in flipping Bryce from USC to Bama. So, yeah, kind of stay tuned. Appreciate all the feedback this morning. Thank you so much. If you would take a minute to hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it. And all the feedback is certainly so appreciated right here on BamaInsider.com. All right, I'll take a few more. Looks like it's just me and Skip for right now. What's your expectation for Trey Sanders? I mean, we talked about Trey last night. I mean, my expectations for him are through the roof. I mean, I was really bummed out that he had an injury last season, because I think this is a guy who certainly could have got on the field in some capacity as a true freshman. This year, I think sky's the limit for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he emerges to that second running back. Now, it's a very talented backfield, as you know, but I think he has the ability to be an all-purpose running back. I think he has the ability to make defenders miss. I think that, he's a guy who can catch the football very well. And from what I hear, he's picking up pass pro very well. So you look at an all-purpose back, I think that's vital to this team. And I think it's, expectations through the roof. Definitely. Yeah, I agree, Sanders. Definitely a beast. Hey, what's up, Derman? I see you. Roll Tide. Appreciate it. Good morning. Hope you're off to a good start. Thank you, everyone, again, for joining. This is just audio only. Last night we had our show. Didn't go as planned, but that's fine. Got to get back up on the horse and make it better. So it looks like, things are rolling. So the next time we go live, we can definitely have our show. Hey, let's have a good, productive rest of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's be good people out there. Let's take care of each other. And for the rest of the time, you can catch me at BamaInsider.com every single day. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I know that I am going to be productive. I hope you do the same. Hit me up for subscription questions, Kyle at BamaInsider.com. You can also call the calling number underneath, 205-686-3604. Leave me a voicemail to be played on the show at some point. I will take, let's see. See if I'll take one more question. All right. What's up, Vodka? I see you, man. This will be the last question I take. Do you see an emphasis on practicing substitution personnel? It seems we have a lot of untimely penalties due to substitution. I mean, yeah, I think you got to work at all aspects of your game. I mean, let's face it, in the game against Auburn last season, I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, Gus Malzahn, I mean, he's also out there playing chess. He's a fantastic coach. And, there's some times that Nick Saban is going to be bested. And last year was one of them. Alabama certainly had some opportunities. It didn't all come down to the last play of the game. Alabama, missed a crucial field goal. Alabama's defense didn't button up. And, they could have done a better job. What's up, Paul? I see you. So, yeah, you got to work on all facets of the game. And substitution penalties, played with a vital role in Alabama season last year. So thank you so much, Vodka Drinker. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, looks like we got a couple more people hopping in. So Terry, just because I got a lot of respect for you, I always see you on social media. Your social media game's strong, man. Anywhere on the number of fans. From what I've been told, 15%, but I can't confirm that. I don't think they know. I think that's just, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I think Ohio State said 25%, but I don't even think they know. All right. Derman, thanks for the uplift. Keep up the good work. No doubt, man. The thing about me, I'm all about positivity. And, I think we have to be good people. I think we have to be mentors to the youth. I think we have to be good people to the elderly. I think we have to just, number one, take care of each other. I'm all about positivity. So thank you so much. What's up, Paul? I see you, buddy. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. You joined us last night. As I was saying earlier, Paul, we had some streaming issues. It looked like it was on YouTube's end because it looks like the stream is rolling fine. So thanks for joining us. Paul is a great poster on the website and also on our YouTube channel. So again, all right, fam. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. You can find me at BamaInsider.com from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com. Be good, people. Free 30-day promo code at BamaInsider.com is simply Roll Tide. I'm out. Catch you soon.